All right, here we go for the tube. Say what up, tube.
What up, tube?
What up, tube?
We're ready to rock and roll. Show
We
number
is
2
ready
today.
to rock it and roll it, transport, rescan, and in 3, 2, and 1.
Welcome to another episode of
Business Bros!
What up, ladies and gentlemen? Today is Take Action Tuesday, and this is our second show today, number 2.
And we are taking action by doing 2 shows in one day.
I'll tell you guys why, let's be honest. But before I tell you why, 365 pairs of shoes by the end of the year. We're at 275. We have less than 100 to go. Shout out to Lizzie Lee and her team out there at the North County offices. It's Keller Williams, right? Yeah, she's in KW.
Yeah.
KW North County. You guys have been crushing it with the shoe donations. Really, really appreciate it. We're about to go pick up another 40-ish pairs or so. So thank you guys very, very much. And if you have new shoes, used shoes, or you want to donate cash, hit James up 619-884-0045 or James at csfirst.com. The guy also does insurance. We own an insurance agency. So look, we're helping out agents every single day create a business where they can earn money from insurance. We want to help you do the same thing, especially if you have a tax office or a real estate office or a mortgage office. You need an in-house insurance department. It's just another revenue stream. Don't know insurance? That's okay. We're going to help you get a license. We're going to help you by doing all the work for you and just cut you a check, give you another reason to have more business in your office. So hit us up 619-884-0045 or James at csfirst.com for more info on that. DroneCode.net is the show sponsor. It is sunny outside, even if it's cold in the mornings. It's getting cold these days. You know, it's fall. It's right around the corner. Oh no, it's fall already, right? October 21st is fall. Yep. So technically it's fall, so it's chilly, but the sun is still doing its job. You need solar panels on your rooftops. You need to do that ASAP so that you can keep running the AC when it's hot. Keep charging up that Tesla. If you've seen my Instagram ad, you guys know what that's about. So make sure you guys hit the little learn more button or go to dronecode.net/business bros. They're going to send out a drone. They're going to take measurements of your rooftops. They're going to send those measurements out to roofing companies, to solar companies. You sit back and pick a quote that works for you. Dronecode.net/business bros. They do not sell solar. They say help you buy solar.
They help you shop for solar.
That's
they make
the only way to
it
go.
easy.
They make it easy. It's the new age. That's what you want to do. All right, ladies and gents. So, what was I going to tell them?
I don't know.
I forgot. I introed the show. I was going to share something with them, and then I forgot.
Dead air. Moving on. I completely forgot what you were going to share with them, but it had to do probably with something that you were going to do before the show or after the show, or why we're doing the show, why we're doing 2 shows.
Why we're doing 2 shows.
Why we're doing 2 shows.
Take
That's
Action Tuesday.
Take
See,
Action
I knew it would
Tuesday.
come back to you. That's how we do it.
Yeah.
All right, look. The reason why we're doing 2 shows is because Thursday, let's face it, Thursday, SHIT, so happy it's Thursday. It's also Halloween Day this week. So I got kids. I know pretty damn well most of you got kids. We're not going to record a live show that day, but we promise you content every single day. So we're doing show number 2 today so that we can post it on ahead of time so that we have new content for you on that particular day.
That's right.
Take Action Tuesday.
But in order to get that extra content, you need to subscribe to the podcast on iTunes or Google Play or Spotify or anywhere where you catch your podcasts.
At Business Bros Pod is where to go. And then Friday is the first of the month. Now, most of you guys don't know, but on the first of the month, we actually close off that podcast day. So no matter what day it's on, the first of the month gets closed because we have to make sure we process a bunch of stuff. Well, mainly James has a lot to do on the first. So
it's a busy day for me.
We make sure we process a lot of stuff so that our insurance company is fully functioning and operational at full force, right? So the first gets closed off for that. So we got 2 days this week where we're not going to be in studio recording live. So we have to take action Tuesday, and we're going to have to do a little more on Wednesday, do what we need to do to make sure that we provide the content as promised to you guys every single day. It's just something that we've promised ourselves. It's not even, it's mostly that we've promised ourselves that we were going to do this. We're holding ourselves accountable. We want to do it for you guys. It's value provided for all of you who are listening, because we enjoy bringing that sort of stuff to your shows, to your Facebook feeds, I guess, or to your YouTubes, or wherever you listen. We want to bring you guys value every single day, so we want to make sure we do that. And to do that, we need to plan accordingly. Make sure we plan our week accordingly. Speaking of which, this is something that I've been doing for the last 2 weeks. So I've only been in 2 weeks, but James and I wanted to make sure that we talked about this on the show. Hey, James, can you hand me my week sheet right there, please?
Here you go, buddy.
Whoop.
Did you get that? All right.
Got it. So we're doing our weekly planning every Friday. So James and I meet every Friday. Usually it's after the show. This week we're going to meet on Friday anyways, even if we don't do a show, but we're going to meet anyways to do our weekly plan. And it's our way of planning out the next week. Now, James would do this on Sundays before. He's been doing it for quite some time. It's kind of revolutionized a lot of the stuff that he's been doing. Everything from what he segment intends on a daily basis to what he wants to accomplish in a long-term goal for 2020 or 2019, fourth quarter. But condenses it down to these few things that you need to get done in this week. There's a lot of things that happen in your normal day-to-day. Things come up. It's life. Life kind of happens all around you all the time. But there's also goals that you have in mind. There's things that you want to accomplish. There's a vision that you should have for your own life. Something that you want to achieve, some place that you want to go, some lifestyle that you want to live. And the only way you're really going to get there is if you plan out steps to take on a regular basis so that you're progressively getting to that goal. And now we talk about that in a very vague sense often about
we do
setting goals and setting time frames.
Before you go any further, this weekly goal setting, it's not just our idea. It's not just something that we came up with off the top of our heads.
Not at all.
This actually, I found out, comes from Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. He talks in the book about setting yourself up for the week and going through and, planning out your week. He says that the most effective people are those that have the plan for the week. These are the folks that are working in that important but not urgent quadrant, which is where the most powerful work really gets done.
And the one of the things that I've noticed in my own life as I'm doing this is procrastination is kind of disguised in busyness, right? So there are things that I want to get done. There are goals that I want to achieve. And in order for me to achieve these goals, I know there's a bunch of stuff we have to do. We often make to-do lists, right?
Yep.
So we'll sit one day, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this. And we kind of list it down, but we don't really create any action plans, or those to-do lists are things that are urgent and important. Those are the things that kind of, either, the spouse is nagging about, the kids need to get done, the dog is barking at, the phone is ringing type thing, the emails coming. These are all things that are poking at you, but they're things that, yes, need to get done, but not necessarily helping you get to where you want to go. Right. And so we're going to talk today a little bit about this weekly plan. And I'm going to pick on James a little bit because I want to know how it's helped him fix things as we go through these different sections. So,
right, I'm the interview guest today.
Right, it's right. That's how it works.
Let me straighten up a little bit.
You gotta tighten the tie. There you go, the imaginary tie. There you go. First, tell me about Are our listeners able to get this handout?
We can post it to the website if you'd like, or they can email me at james@csverse.com, right up there, and I will gladly share this very valuable resource.
Sweet. So, first of all, where did you get introduced to this, by the way?
I got introduced to this in my mastermind group, which is called Junto Global.
Junto Global. And recently we went to a quarterly planning session.
Right. I invited you to join me on that.
And which was amazing. I got to sit down and really do some reflection, which kind of starts off with our first section of what's on this page. So on the very first page is the vision, right? What is it? What are we looking for when we're looking for in a vision when we're doing our weekly sheet? Why the vision section?
Why the vision section is because everything that we do in the weekly plan really in the long run serves the vision. So I'm just kind of pulling out a blank here so that people can kind of see what we're looking at. So right up at the top, it starts with vision. Everything that we do in our lives when we're setting goals has to be for a vision that we believe in, at least for me. One of the things that has made this weekly plan as powerful as it is now is that I have found the vision. I know my why. I know the reason why I get up in the morning, and that comes from sitting down and thinking very clearly and in extreme detail, what does your life look like? What do you want your life to look like in 3 years? a simple number, 3 years. So in 3 years, I'm going to be a couple of months away from turning 39, right? I'm going to be facing down 40 here. In 3 years, our niece, Alexis, is going to be on the verge of turning 16, and that sweet 16 is something that's really important to her. So it's something that I have to think about. Your daughter is going to be entering the teenage years, right? She's going to be 13, and you think about all of these things. My dog might not be with us in 3 years. My Katie girl, she might not be with us in 3 years. We'll see, hopefully. But you think about all of these things, and in as much detail as possible, write it down and start to build not just the vision of how old everybody is and the things that are going on around you, but where do you want to see yourself? What does your space look like? What does your home look like? Is it the same as it is today? Have you and Rosa finally gotten over your fear of commitment and put some pictures up? Have you bought some new furniture? Have you put some patio furniture outside? What does your space look like? What do your beliefs look like? What do your values look like? What's important to you now, 3 years from now, that maybe wasn't important to you today? What are things that are changing? What does your business look like? What does your career look like? What are some of the things that you've attained? What are some of your goals today that in 3 years from now you would have attained? When you walk through your office, what does your office look like? Are you in the same place where you were before? How many people are in your office? How many employees do you have? In crazy detail, like as much detail as you possibly can, write down what that vision will be. In fact, I'm working on that vivid vision myself, and it's right now about 3 pages. So
it's pretty in depth.
It's very in depth.
Now, the reason why you want to do that is so that you can really start to fine tune that vision statement for yourself. Because if you look on that weekly sheet, it's not like you don't have 3 pages worth of stuff, right? This is a vision that is a lot shorter than the multi-pages, but you're only going to fine tune that by really digging deep to figure out where it is that you want to be in that future state. And so once you've established that vision, now we can start to break that down into how much of that vision are you going to be able to accomplish in this year, in the 2019 goals. Correct. What are the few things that you can, if you got these things done this year, in this 2019 year, then you're progressing towards that overall goal. Right. And so, this is a weekly sheet, but every single week you need to focus your attention on what's the grand scheme of things. What's the big picture for me? Because when you wake up every day and there's things that are going to come up, there's choices that you're going to have to make. You can start basing the decision, the outcome of the choices that you make. Are they pushing me towards my vision, or are they pushing me away from my vision? And if you have it clearly set up and you start aligning with the goals that you want to achieve for the year, now we can start to work into, well, let's see what we need to do this week to help push us to that next level.
Yep, that's exactly it. That is exactly it. So what the weekly plan helps us do is to figure out what we need to do for the week to serve our monthly goals, to serve our quarterly goals, and our annual goals, all of which in line, in succession, feed into that vivid vision.
And so hold up that paper real quick. So you got that vision statement up top. That's kind of your North Star. It's exactly where you want to end up. Then you got the annual goals, and those are the goals. Those are the things that you need to achieve this year. These are the things that you can conquer out that will progressively get you that much closer to your vision. And now we're going to start the week plan. And notice there's only 1, 2, and 3. These are 3 things that you need to accomplish this week. And I want to share my experience when I first did this. This is my second week in doing it. In the first week, when I set out my goals, my 1, 2, 3 things, I didn't accomplish them. I didn't hit all 3 of my goals. My goals, I think, were too big.
Lofty.
They were very lofty. And so I had to, when I came in the second week, I had to redo my week plan and chunk them into small things.
Right.
So that I can actually achieve them. This is part of, setting SMART goals, right?
SMART goals.
Specific,
yes,
measurable, attainable, realistic, and
attainable in 1 week.
In 1 week.
And for myself, I have a very busy week most of the time. If anybody, I actually get this a lot, and it's almost a point of pride for me, where I'll be having a conversation and people will be like, man, I'm so busy, and I'll bust out my calendar on my phone and look. I start at 10 o'clock here, and I got this 8 o'clock over here, and I've got this, whatever, and like just throughout my day, hey, this is everything that I'm doing. And then, oh, by the way, let me make sure that I actually schedule my fun so karaoke is on my calendar.
You have to, right?
I have to. If it's not on the calendar, it doesn't exist.
If it's not on the calendar, it doesn't exist. But that's kind of the thing is because we all have lives, right? Yours is very professional in nature. You have a lot of appointments that you have with a lot of different agents that we're working with to try to help them grow and all those types of things, right? Mm-hmm. It's very professional. But some of you out there don't have that kind of professional schedule, but you have a life schedule. You have a spouse, you have kids, you have sports and things so make sure that a lot of these things are accounted for, that you're taking into account. These are the things that I have to do. But on your weekly plan, these are the 3 things this week that you're going to conquer that are getting you closer to that annual goal, that are pushing you towards your vision. So just 3 things that you want to accomplish this week. And they're not, when you first start this thing out, you're going to modify and adapt. Mm-hmm. So you're going to see that, okay, that was kind of a big lofty goal like that happened to me last week. Let's break something a little bit smaller, right? It's not about achieving everything at once. It's about taking consistent steps in the direction that you want to go.
It's about eating the elephant one bite at a time.
One bite at a time. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what we're doing here. So you have 1, 2, 3 different things that you need to accomplish. And then right under that, you have the action steps. What things do you need to do? What are the 3 things that you need to accomplish, that you need to take action on, like Take Action Tuesday? What are those 3 things that you need to do in order to achieve that one goal, right? So you have 3 little action steps. I'll give you an example. It is going to be tax season right around the corner. So for me, I had to finish, one of my action items was I needed to finish my continuing education for my tax license. So I set in my action items, my task was simple. I needed to finish my continuing education. So my action items were I needed to set 30 minutes daily to answer some of the questions on the test. Mm-hmm. I needed to then physically take the online exam, right? And then I needed to go to the CTEC, to California Tax Education Council website and the IRS website to register once I finished my completed my continuing education.
That's perfect.
So those are the 3 things that I needed to do in order to accomplish it. And it's only Tuesday, but I've gotten those 3 things done. I've knocked one of those things off my list. I'm that much closer to achieving my 2019 goals. And because I'm that much closer to achieving my 2019 goal, I'm that much closer to achieving my vision.
That's awesome. Yeah, for me, one of my goals for this week was to prioritize the personal lines training curriculum. So as you all know, we have an insurance agency, Go Pipeline Insurance, and we have agents that are coming on board with us pretty much continually. And although I have already created the personal lines curriculum, I'm improving it, and I want to have videos that are already recorded. We've done so much training. We have a library full of videos, but I want to organize them and prioritize them so that when somebody new comes on, I could say, hey, look, here's the training that we're going to do one-on-one, and then your homework is watch video X, Y, and Z, or video 1, 2, 3. And then when we come back in a couple of days, we're going to talk about everything that you learned in those videos and make sure that we apply it.
Boom.
And so in order to do that, my 3 steps, I have to finish downloading the videos because they've all been recorded on WebEx, and I need to download them. And I need to organize the videos into the appropriate folders, whether it's personal lines or commercial lines or whatever they might be. And then I have to determine that priority. So I have to put the number on the video. Is this the first video they watch, the second one they watch, third one they watch, etc.?
So, and that's one of your weekly steps for this week, right?
That's just one.
That's one step. Now,
one of my goals for
James's steps are much more in detail. Like when I finished my weekly plan, he was still working on on action step 2, right? But he's detailing it out in a much more detailed basis. And one of the things
I actually have to schedule it out by day because my calendar gets so full that I actually have to look at my goals and say, what day can I actually work on this and get this done?
And put it in the calendar.
And
see, my schedule isn't as intense as his. I have large blockage. That sounded weird. I have large blocks in my calendar, but they're large blocks for like, I'm going to be in school teaching during this time. I have a 1 to 3 spot that's open that I can fill in, and I'm trying to fill them in with like doing the continuing education or, you know, I also have a ton of emails that I need to answer every single day or payments that I need to send out. So there's stuff that can fill in that gap. And if you don't put it into your schedule, if you're not looking at your calendar while you're creating your weekly plan, it's so easy to walk over these action steps and not get them done and not plan them out. So, three goals for the week, and then 3 action steps for each individual goal to help you get to that next level.
The time is 2022.
Ooh, 2022. So
we interrupt today's regularly scheduled podcast for a purely selfish, irreverent, cash-grabbing word from our sponsor. Hernan, what are we selling today?
DroneQuote.net/business bros, ladies and gentlemen. I know you've seen the Facebook ad. I know you've seen the Instagram ad. I look super goofy with my farmer tan and my grill. But guess what? It's hot out there. Make sure you guys go to DroneQuote.net/business bros. Take advantage of the sun. It's here all day. It's going to make money for you if you give it away to. So put solar panels on your roof. All you got to do is go to DroneQuote.net/business bros. They don't actually install the panels for you, but what they do is help you. What they do is help you shop for solar. It's the new and easy way to do it. You go to the website DroneQuote.net/business bros. You register. They'll come out with a drone, take pictures of your rooftop, send it out to roofing companies, solar companies. You sit back, look at all the different quotes, pick the best one that works for you, get your solar installed, and make that sun work for you. DroneQuote.net/business bros is the way to go. And ladies and gents, that is going to be a good notification for you if you want to start winning some stuff. So we're going to start implementing this new program where at the beginning of the show, you're going to set timestamps. You're going to put in the comments section on our live feed, what time is the interruption going to happen? And if you're the closest, within a couple seconds, if you're the closest, you're going to win a gift card. I don't know. We might do Amazon. We might do Starbucks. I don't know what we're going to do yet. But we're going to make it fun for the interruptions to come. Because, you know, hey, sometimes we got to pay the bills, so we got to have sponsors on the show. But why not make you a beneficiary of the sponsors that are on the show? So pay attention. We're going to be, that new program's coming soon. Something we thought about over the weekend. We want to start implementing. We love giving stuff away to you guys. So,
and now, back to the #1 podcast in San Diego, the Business Bros Pod.
And James likes to do his movie voice.
And I love to do my movie voice.
All right.
Oh, by the way, to add to that, since I can talk in normal voice now, Patreon. We're going to start doing a Patreon too, and we're gonna make it extra special for those Patreon listeners.
Absolutely. A lot of fun stuff coming our way. So
2020 is going to be big.
2020 is going to be big. And all because we're doing weekly plannings and we're sitting down talking about what we want to do on a regular basis. So, Ham, crank out the bottom part.
All right, cranking out the bottom part. The reward. You must reward yourself for getting all 3 of your goals done. I say must reward yourself, and I am the worst offender. Actually, you and I are both pretty bad offenders of this. I accomplished all 3 of my goals 2 weeks ago. And 2 weeks ago, I said that I was going to get myself a massage at Point Loma. Somebody told me about it. I still haven't done it. And my back's kind of sore too. So like, I was going to go today, but you know, I just kept working. But it is an important piece of it. You know, we should be rewarding ourselves. You and I both. We should be rewarding ourselves for actually doing what we're intending to do and accomplishing our goals. But we are both pretty bad at it. So
I always find the reward in the accomplishment of it getting done.
I 100% agree with that. It's like the reward is I got it done. Like that feels good.
Exactly.
But you know, all right, fine. I guess I'll buy myself some Chips Ahoy cookies, but like then I'm being a fat butt and
it takes away from my other goal.
Yeah, you know, like or I'll anyway. Reward yourself if you can. If you reward yourself. And I got some rewards.
You got to think of something.
I got to think of something. You know, got to think of something. Key hurdle. That's the second part here. The key hurdle is what is most likely to get in the way? Whoops, I can't see it on the screen. What is most likely to get in the way of you accomplishing that goal? Is it time management? Is it something else that is just standing in the way? Is it somebody else that you need help from to complete that goal? Whatever it might be, what is that key hurdle? Write it down so that you're aware of it ahead of time and you can be ahead of it, getting it done. Then we've got start, stop, and who. The newer version actually has start, stop, continue, and who. Start. What do you want to start doing this week that you haven't done previously? What's a new habit maybe that you want to start? For me, it was drinking water, drinking at least a bottle of water that I keep in the office. Yep. What do you want to stop doing? Right? What is a bad habit maybe that you don't want to continue? Maybe for me, I was drinking like a couple of beers every night, and I wanted to bring that down a little bit. So, pull that back some. And then continue. What has worked? What has been successful? What do you want to continue doing throughout the week? And lastly, who do you want to reach out to this week? Reach out and touch somebody.
We're talking about not actually physically touching.
Actually physically touching. That's assault. But
that's assault. But we're in the sales talk, right? So who do you want to reach out to? Who are the different people that you're going to be calling this week? Who are the different companies that you're going to be talking to this week? Who are the people that you need to contact? Video DM, text message, whatever it's going to be. Who is it that you need to reach out to this week? All right.
Exactly. You know what? We're coming up on 26 minutes here. Let's leave the backside for our next episode. I hope that people enjoy what we're talking about here. And we do have more to talk about on the backside. And in fact, stay tuned because the backside holds the most important part of the weekly planner. So this is part 1. We're going to get to part 2. But before we do that, I have a couple of Ask the Bros questions from the audience. So, starting with the first question that we got, Carmen Cipolloni says, my sister sells solar and is in school for real estate. Hernan, you sell both, right?
I actually don't. Well, you know what? Technically, I guess I do. Yes, I sell real estate. Most of the stuff that I do now is on a referral base, mainly because of this thing called TIME. It's my skin watch, right? Time is of the essence in life, and for me, the wife was like, I would like to have you home on the weekends and the evenings, so I have to find another way to do things. So a lot of what I do in real estate now is on a referral basis, and although I'm not technically in the solar business, because of the podcast and the stuff that we've been doing, I now sell for other businesses. So currently we are selling stuff for dronequote.net, which is a middleman essentially helping you buy helping you buy solar. So yeah, I sell solar now. Now that you put it like that, it's one of those epiphanies things. Yeah, it's what I'm selling this week. It's what we're
selling this week. It's to help you actually get the quotes for your solar, making it easy by using dronequote.net/businessbros.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Carmen. See. Thank you, Carmen. And from Sinue, Hernan, what do you tell yourself every morning to find the motivation to get up every single day that early for the gym?
I have to take a picture.
I have to take a picture.
I literally.
That's what you tell yourself? I have to take the picture.
I have to take the picture. If I don't take the picture, somebody's going to call me on it. And so I'm going to take the picture. What's funny is I never used to be one of the gym picture taker people, right?
Picture taker people.
But, Ollie and Kelly and Joe. Actually, Joe was an addition. It was really Ollie and Kelly. We were on a chat one day and we said, you know what? I needed an accountability partner to be going to the gym regular. I'm going to tag you on every single day to make sure that I go. And so we started doing that. And as I started doing that, Joe started going to the gym. And it motivated him to go to the gym. So now, he's part of my tag post to make sure that we're accountable. He tags me when he goes to make sure that, that we go every single day. I have people at work, that are teachers that ask me like, how are you doing that? How are you getting up every day? I should be doing that too. I'm going to the gym now. Like, it's starting to motivate more and more people because they see the consistency. And here's another thing that I've noticed, by the way. your social media feed, and I've said this before, is your brand. It's who you are. So the fact that they see the Business Bros on our stuff every single day, people ask about the Business Bros. The fact that they see me posting about the gym, people ask about the gym. Whatever it is that you want to accomplish, things that you put on your week sheet, post about them regularly. You'll be surprised that if you are the solar person and you're constantly posting about solar, when you bump into people, it's one of those things. We have to talk when we bump into each other. We have to have a conversation. So they're going to say, hey, how's the solar business?
Oh, yeah. No, I remember
right?
you.
Oh, hey, you're going to the gym every day, right? Whatever you're posting about on a regular basis is going to be your topic of conversation. So keep that in mind when you're posting things, and post about the things you want people to ask you about.
I've been posting the past couple of days on segment intending, but my ultimate goal really is just spreading positivity.
Yeah, I've seen it. You've got like a bunch of hashes on your story, so you've
Yeah,
been posting a lot. That's
yeah,
good.
I have.
That's good.
I took a break from posting so much, not for any particular reason, but I know that I need to stay on top of it, and I need to even get into TikTok, but I need some help. I'm gonna go see our niece here and see if she can help me post some TikTok stuff.
Got to go to the pros.
Gotta go to the pros.
The 10 and 11-year-olds, they're the
And
pros.
13.
Yeah, 13-year-olds. Yeah, all of them.
Yeah. So anyway,
yeah. Well, my thing for social media is just consistency. Constantly post what I want the topic of conversation to be.
There you go.
Thanks anyway.
Thank you, Carmen, for your Ask the Bros questions. We really appreciate all of you.
All right, ladies and gents, remember 365 pairs of shoes. We're that much closer. New shoes, used shoes, or cash. Hit James up 619-884-0045 or james@csfirst.com. We are in the insurance business, so if you need help with your homeowners, you need help with your life, commercial, auto, home, whatever it is you need, hit James up. Maybe you want to add insurance into your business. We do all the heavy lifting for you. All you got to do is hit us up so we can cut you a check and increase your bottom line. Lastly, dronecode.net/business bros is where you go to get your solar on, because it's hot in her. So make sure you guys go to dronecode.net/business bros. Set up that appointment first. If you set up your appointment before November 30th, you're going to be entered into a drawing, $150 on us. So you're going to be able to get that $150. Save the time that you would have spent talking to a bunch of sales reps, and instead take the family out for some dinner or something. $150 for you. So hit us up, dronecode.net/business bros. That's all we got for you guys today. Peace.
Spread that positivity, ladies and gents.
And we out.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Facebook.
Bye-bye, Facebook. Woo! All right.